Man, I like that you that point you said on being intentional. I see with classes that I teach, I notice a lot of individuals post to just post. You know, they don't. A lot of people I think don't really understand how powerful social media and your cell phone with consistency really is.
Oh yeah, this right here.
You know what I'm saying?
This right here. Oh yeah,
this phone,
absolutely.
your phone is a money printing machine used consistently and correctly.
Yeah.
There are so many people out there that will do business with you if you post intentionally on a consistent basis.
On a consistent basis.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, what happens is people will post, you got a new bakery coming out and you post your bakery 1 or 2 times. You're not for real. We don't take you seriously.
Right.
That is a hobby.
Right.
You're not about this life. Mm-hmm. If we say, "Oh, okay, we're I don't mind posting the beginnings of this podcast room." You guys might have saw it on my stories, you might have saw it on Facebook. Everybody's not like me, I understand that, but I don't mind posting it because if I post it halfway done, I already know it's getting done.
Yeah.
I've made the decision to get it done,
right.
so I will post it out there consistently, even in the beginning stages, because I've made the decision this is going to get done. So now that when you see it, you're going to see it a whole lot more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But it's very intentional. It's intentional in finding the individuals that like who Dan Can is, the people's realtor. They like who I am. They believe in me, and they want to see this grow not only for us but for others. The more this channel grows, the more our platform grows, the more people that we can help, the more we can give back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's I want to make that very clear. It's not about us. I mean, we've kind of found our mojo. Of course, we're building, but we know who we are.
Yeah.
We know where we're going. We have a clear kind of idea of how we're going to get there.
Yeah.
We don't know what may happen when we get there. It may be a lot more opportunities, but we have a clear path. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I do home tours on my YouTube channel. I do this as a podcast.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm thinking about. Whatever comes out of that, motivational speaking, mentorship, whatever comes from that, I'm willing to do.
Yeah.
But I'm focused on those 2 things, and that's it. Dan Can Clothing Line coming out. It's gonna come from this.
Yeah.
We're gonna have merch, but it's gonna come from this channel.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Everything's coming from this way. And so when we post, we're very intentional about that and asking you guys, hey, the channel is going to be up probably within a week or so.
Yeah.
We're going to let you guys know. Please go subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share it. You know what I mean? Ask people to do what you want to do. You're not where you're at a lot of times because you don't ask, so you don't receive.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that, man. You have
Point
to be
blank,
intentional. And the thing about what you said about walking in your purpose, so many things come from you walking in your purpose.
Yeah, man.
And so you have to really see that for what it is. Your purpose is truly like planting a garden with various seeds, right?
Yeah,
Not just one type of seed. But when you actually go out and you plant those seeds and you walk in your purpose, there are so many different things that are going to sprout up as a result of you walking in your purpose. Other people are going to see you walking in your purpose. Yeah. And when they see you walking in your purpose and doing what it is that you're actually made and created to do, they're going to want to ride that wave with you.
They going to want to ride, or they ain't going to want to be a part of it. I got some friends. Some friends. You know, like I say, we're keeping it very very PG on here, but so we ain't gonna say no names. But some people gonna follow. They see where you're going, and you're not doing some of the things you used to do anymore because you're getting real and serious about your purpose. It's okay.
Absolutely.
It's okay because what's going to happen is, let me tell you what's going to happen. What's going to happen is the people who you think are your friends who are falling out, jealousy and envy is just as much of a sin as robbing and stealing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's wrong. It's probably wrong.
Yeah,
so if you got a friend that's jealous or envious of you and they don't want to see you succeed, right? It's okay because you're going to pick up new friends like us.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. I've known this guy since what, 04, 05?
Somewhere around like 05, yeah.
04, 05?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lance, for many years, I would say outside of maybe a year recently, has just been a close associate. A real cool associate. Man, Lance is a cool cat. Man.
Yeah.
He's a cool cat. Always had respect for him. I know it's work ethic, but a close associate. You know what I mean? Lots of people have fallen off. Now he's become a friend.
Yeah.
That's how it happens. I've had, Daniel, the one that my other partner, his name is Daniel as well. He does a lot of stuff for us, just as a support.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you pick up, you drop people off, but that just leaves room for real people to enter your life. So don't be worried about it.
Yeah.
Let them go. Let them go.
Yeah. And that's truly the essence of sacrifice.
Yeah.
You have to understand, you have to let something go in order to gain something.
Exactly.
Right.
100%.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Sometimes that's something you have to let go is people. Sometimes it's places. Sometimes it's things. Sometimes it's habits.
Yeah.
Right. But what are you willing to let go of in order to get to where you want to go? Right. And so I always hear the analogy when people talking about climbing a mountain as the higher you climb, the harder it is to breathe. And so sometimes when you start watching people, like I'm kind of a Discovery Channel buff. Like I'll watch, Nat Geographic and all that other stuff. But, a lot of the times when you're watching those documentaries about people climbing Mount Everest, they have to start leaving things behind. Yeah. Right. When the higher they get, they start leaving a lot of that stuff behind because it's harder for them to get to the top when they're carrying all that baggage.
Exactly.
Right. And so you have to think about, what is it that I'm going to give up? And so that's why when people talk about fasting, how I really respect that as a way of life. For some people it's religious, but there's science behind that. Yeah. And there's a reason why you have to give up something in order to live a purer life, to be a better version of yourself, right? So what is it, you have to ask yourself regularly, what is it that I'm willing to give up in order for me to gain something else, right? And so that's critically important in your professional life, in your personal life. In all aspects of your life, you have to constantly be thinking about, what is it that I need to leave behind in order for me to take that next step?
Man, I like it. I mean, so just kind of put you on the spot. Because I know we're really trying to help as many people out as possible, man. Yeah. What if you had to think off the top of your head, and like I said, I'm putting you on the spot, what are some things that you feel as though you had to leave behind to reach even the level that you're at now?
Man, that's a good question, man. So I'm gonna take it back just a couple months here. So I was an employee of one of the biggest banks in the world, literally, of one of the biggest financial institutions, richest companies in the world. And one thing that kept me at that position was the money that I was making. Yeah. And the opportunities that were afforded to me with the networking inside of that particular company, right? But I had to make a decision within myself and say, even if I don't make the same amount of money or even make less money, will I be okay with taking this step outside of this organization? Will I be okay with leaving? Yeah. Right. And so I started to do some soul searching. One thing that I gave up was somewhat of a complacent lifestyle. Right. Once I got home from work, it was time for me to just relax, sit down, watch some TV with my kids. I had to pick up. So I left behind a complacent lifestyle and had to pick up weights. Literally. Right. I had to put down hamburgers and pick up the kale. You know what I mean? Like real talk, man. So, the dietary way of life, the things that you put in your body are huge. So that's one of the most basic, fundamental, foundational things about transformation is not only what you are doing, but what is it that you're putting in your body, on a regular basis, man. So eating right? Instead of bacon and eggs in the morning, we're doing smoothies, right? Yeah. We're going to make sure that we drink some water, right? And this can be a gift and a curse, man.
It can be.
This cell phone can be a gift and a curse. So instead of when you roll over, instead of this being the first thing you pick up in the morning, go outside, right?
Man, I'm
go
big
outside,
on that.
Get some sunlight, put your feet in the dirt, right? And get some sunlight. So what is it that you're willing to change and give up? Definitely give up the technology time for better things, right? Now, know how to use that phone, know how to, like you talked about, posting intentionally and not just scrolling on your phone. So I had to give up those habits in order to try to take the next step in my career. And by the time I felt comfortable enough, it was because I had fasted off of meat. I had fasted off
that was a big help for me.
certain foods, right? Went vegetarian for quite a while in order to free my body up and free my mind to make room for the things that were in front of me, right? Yeah. And so a lot of people have vices, man. I stopped drinking alcohol, right? I haven't drank alcohol and I couldn't tell you how long. I wasn't a regular drinker, but even just a little bit of alcohol, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm on a mission right now. And sometimes you have to make plans to leave things alone, even if they're not destroying your life. I've never been, an alcoholic or drank a lot of beers, things like that. But every now and then, if I go out, I might have a drink. But social, social drinker, right? But even giving those things up to make room in your mind and your body and your spirit for the things that you need. So I could go on a list, man, but ultimately it was changing habits. What habits was I willing to give up in order to go to the next step? And there was definitely habits, man. Habits.
Big time, man. I mean, I could piggyback off that as well, man. Eat the way you eat. And a big habit of mine was pick up that phone right when you wake up, because you're looking at, okay, what are my YouTube numbers here? Or who's contacting me here and there, and so change that morning routine of, lately I would say for the past, at least the past 6 months to a year, my relationship with God, trying to, getting closer, because I realized that my whole entire life has been religion. You know what I mean? And my parents had put that foundation there, but I had no relationship. I couldn't really hear. I can't really hear when he talked to me. You know what I'm saying? I really can't hear, like, if I ask a question, I hear silence. You know what I mean? As of now, where I know that there's different ways that he may talk to me. He may talk to me of a feeling. He may talk to me of a phone call. Hey, man, I want such. He got a phone call. Hey, man, I got this idea. Man, I had that same idea. It feels right. That's relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's relationship.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So that's one thing that was really important to me. And of course, another thing, of course, is health, man. Health. I mean, I went as far as, man, writing a list of all the people that I knew in my life currently, and how they were serving me. And if it wasn't positive, they got put into different categories. Without them knowing, but you got put into a category. You know what I'm saying? Because I got intentional about it.
Absolutely.
So it wasn't just, and it's okay to switch up. It's okay to switch up, and you don't only buy the explanation. It's your life. It's your life to live. So, people are still in my life, but some people may be in my life more as a distance, as others may be closer, because they fit the plan of what I'm trying to do and how I'm trying to level up. You know what I mean? And I used to tell myself that in my 30s and 20s that, the people around me it don't really matter. I'm strong-minded, this, that, and other. But it does.
Relationships, man.
It does matter. You know what I mean? And you want people on the same positive page you are. If you're trying to, that's why, it's cool to hang around, for me to hang around people like Lance, because we have the same eating habits. I have friends that smoke and drink, and there's nothing wrong with them if that's what they want to do. But I can't hang around them as much as I may have in the past, because I don't smoke cigars. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't drink. So if you hang around those individuals, you're going to pick up secondhand smoke. You're going to be like, you know what? Let me just try it. Let me try a cigar. Try a cigar. Or let me just try. I mean, it's not a heavy drug. I would never try that. But I'm just like a cigar or a drink. You're like, oh, it won't kill me. When that turns to 1, then 2, then 3, you do it 1 weekend, 2 weekends, 3 weekends. That turns to 4, 5, 6 weekends. You know what I mean?
So you're right, man. What ends up happening is you start to take on the residue of the habits of the people around you
by default.
Whether or not you actually pick up those habits, you start to pick up the residue from those habits.
Oh, 100%.
Right? And so that's a real thing, especially if you got people around you smoking, doing things like that. You go home smelling like smoke. It's all in your hair. It's all on your clothes, right? So, and that's a figurative thing as well, right? You start to pick up those habits of the...
Which there's nothing talking bad about it at all. If that's the lifestyle you want to live. I mean, so some of my mentors, Steve Harvey. I like a lot of things he drops.
Absolutely.
I mean, a lot of he drops. But as far as, he likes to smoke cigars all the time. So I would love to have him eventually one day on the show.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. So
don't get it wrong.
We let have you on the show. Negative about it, but ultimately,
it's not a part of your lifestyle.
And it's figuratively as well, right? So if you are doing something, it's going to eventually rub off on me, man, no matter what it is that you're doing. But I think one thing I wanted to touch on is when you talked about religion and relationship, right? Man, that's heavy for me, because I can speak on that for hours, but I'll say this, man. I grew up in a very religious household as well. Very religious, and I'm thankful for my mom for that, because it put a foundation in me.
Exactly.
With how to operate how to be a responsible person, how to be a loving person and caring and all of those things. But I lacked relationship, man.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, as I got older, I started to understand there is a difference.
Big time.
There's a huge difference between religion and there's religion and there's relationship, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so if you're a religious person, no disrespect to you, that is a beautiful thing in most cases.
It's a great
religion
foundation.
Is a beautiful foundation, man, because I know people from all faiths. You know, I don't care what the faith is, what religion it is. I can find things in their character that is a direct reflection of their religious lifestyle, and it's a positive thing in most cases.
Right.
Right? Because they have a respect for life a lot of times that other people don't have who might not be religious. And you don't have to be religious to have a respect for life. But ultimately what I'm saying is there comes a time when you reach a crossroads and you start to understand, okay, there is a difference between religion and relationship with God.
Yeah.
Right? And so when I started to get older and have kids and start to see how life works, that is then when I started to see that difference and started to do things differently to tap into that relationship with God as opposed to just that religion, man. And so, you know, I think that's an important step of another thing that motivated me along the way is the relationship with God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so a lot of times we can use that to our advantage and the advantage of others as well. And so it's important to kind of concentrate on that relationship, man. So, you know, but I think this is a good start for us, D. I think it's a good place for us to really allow people to get to know us and our motivations for starting this channel and what it is that we're doing here.
Yeah.
So I just want to say thank you to all of your followers. You know, definitely follow me with Home Loans with Lance on Instagram. Y'all will be seeing a lot more of me as Dan and I work together on this channel. We will be establishing a YouTube presence here very, very soon.
Yeah,
right?
this is you guys on my IG Live are seeing our first live recording.
Yeah.
So this will be up on the channel hopefully within the next week. We'll be dropping 4 or 5 kind of probably 25 to 30-minute snippets of the full tour, which will then drop the full tour toward the end of the week. So we're not sure when exactly we're going to drop it, but it might be like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, where you'll get 25, 30-minute clips, and then you'll get the full clip on Friday or Saturday. We're working out the schedule on that as we speak. But be sure to look out for it, guys. So be ready to subscribe, share it. We're going to talk about a number of different topics as you've seen here. We're also going to have guests on the show. We got a lot of other surprises as well. So definitely tune in and subscribe and share.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And so we'll get some good guests on here. We'll be talking about various topics, like you said. I mean, everything, y'all, from real estate to just leveling up in your physical appearance and your spiritual life. You know, real estate negotiation techniques, being a landlord, using property for profit, overcoming self-doubt, all the things that you might be wondering how to actually maximize your potential, like the sign says. So we can't wait to get with y'all, and I really appreciate the time we were able to spend with you today.
Until next time, thanks for watching Maximize Your Potential with Dan and Lance. We'll see you guys next time.
See you guys next
Bye.
time.